What's up, Gene?
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm good. How are things in your world?
I have a world and things are going. That's what's going on.
All right. Well, it's been a couple weeks.
Where are we now?
Oh, well, we're back in. Actually, is this where we started?
Yeah.
Was this the first episode? No, it's not the first episode, but we did a lot of episodes here.
We did a lot of episodes. Where was the first episode?
Was the very first one at ORP? It was here, wasn't it?
No, it was here.
Yeah, it was here.
Yeah, the second episode was at ORP.
So
yeah.
we're down in the dungeon. I call it the dungeon. It's the basement.
Yeah, this is a horrible place to call a dungeon. It doesn't look very dungeony.
The good thing, though, about starting from now until about the fall, about being down here, one is it's quiet because everything that I insulated the ceilings and every single wall is insulated, and the pellet stove that we have running during the winter, you can hear the blower in the winter. So that's why I don't want to be down here, because you can hear that. But come the spring, we shut it off, and so it's just super quiet. So it's just a good place. I thought about being outside today. The waterfall in the background is not too noisy. I do like sitting outside, but this is comfortable.
Yeah.
So
it's nicely comfortable.
Let's get caught up with what's been going on.
Okay.
I'll go.
You go. You got a few things.
I got a few things. I guess maybe 2 weeks ago, I had to go to Atlanta for work. Usually when I'm there, I try to fly in so that the least amount of time I'm away from home as possible. So I'm not there out gallivanting. I try to fly in, like on this case, I usually try to fly in like Sunday night, and then I'm in the office, for the week, and then fly home. Usually like Friday afternoon, Friday night. This time I waited too long to get tickets, so I had to fly out Saturday night on a red eye.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, red eyes. Red
eyes are brutal.
They're brutal. And so since I did that, I couldn't check into the hotel till, like noon. Usually I can check in around noon, maybe a little bit later. But I land at like 7 o'clock in the morning. So I've got 5 hours to kill.
And you did or did not sleep?
I did not get upgraded because I bought the ticket so late.
So you didn't sleep.
And I was middle seat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible.
I know. It's I'm usually really, but anyway, I bought it late, so I got what I got. So I didn't get much sleep. I land, and I'm not going to go take a nap there. There's really no place to even take a nap. I go and drop my bag at the hotel, and then I'm walking around the city downtown. Now, I have to show you, we have a brick when we got married.
Okay.
Her cousin, I think it's her cousin. You know how you can buy bricks with your name on it, for different events and the like.
I have one of those from a work event one time. Yeah.
Except when the Atlanta, they were doing the Olympics. So they're building out everything for the Olympics and whenever that was. This guy bought us a brick with our name on it, and then they inserted it in the pathway of 6,000, 10,000 bricks, right?
Right.
So I go around, I'm like, I got time. I've actually never seen the brick. So I'm walking around, I go find our brick.
How did you know where to find it?
Dude, I just felt the force. I'm like,
oh, for the love of all that's holy.
I got the antenna, not the antennas, the hangers.
The divining rods?
No, yeah, the hangers. I cut them.
Yeah.
And then I held them, and it just directed me to it. The first time it took me to the plunge pool, and I knew that wasn't right, so had to back up and restart. They were a really good website.
Okay, there it is. You type in your name and it knows where you are. It
gets you in the general area.
Okay, yeah.
But then I had to go search for probably 20 minutes. I mean, I probably looked through 500 bricks. I had to look through a lot of bricks to find it. So anyway, I saw that was cool. I still got 4 more hours to kill, right? So I'm just walking around, getting my steps in. I had to figure out where I was, but I'm walking up one of the roads by the park, and I see cops. Their lights are flashing, so I don't know if there's some event in town or whatever. But then I see, have you seen on the news or YouTube where like these guys on four-wheelers will just like take over city?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
They're in Atlanta.
It's so annoying.
Driving on the public road, motorcycles and four-wheelers, and the cops are just sitting there and they don't do anything. They just look at them.
That's the South for you.
What is
That's the South.
I could not believe all these guys. It's for me like, okay, I think you're stupid, but there's some older people. They look terrorized, like they looked a bit freaked out. And the cops, they just sit there and they looked at them and didn't do a thing. When there's no repercussion,
They're going to keep doing
they're
it.
just going to keep doing
Yeah.
it. I had never seen that in real life. I've seen it on TV, but I'd actually never seen that in real life.
That's weird.
I was a little bit disappointed.
Yeah, slightly.
So had my meetings. Flew home Thursday, and then on Saturday there was a local high school. I always try to support the high schools at car shows. We've talked about this before that we'll do our local high school, but there was another one I was not going to go in the show. I just want to go see it. I go to this one probably every year just to go see the cars. It's put on by the auto body shop, and it's probably, I don't know, 50 to 100 cars, not huge. So I go down there and I go to park, and there's a guy walk out in the street, and
What did you drive there?
the McLaren.
Okay. So let me guess. He tried to direct you to show the car.
Well, it's the guy with the 570.
No. That's hilarious.
So he walks out and he sees me and he gets in the road and he's like, "Hey, come over here." Now, over here is like the people in the show.
Right.
Right. The over here. I'm like, oh, okay. So I back up and I turn around and I go park over there. So now we're across from each other. So we're talking and he's like, "Hey, the sign up's right over here." And I'm like, oh. Someone had walked over, one of the kids. "Hey, sign up's over here." And I'm like, I'm not going to say, "Hey, no, I'm not."
Yeah.
I'm
not going
committed.
to support you.
Yeah. Like, I just
I'm
want
going to support you, but not really support you. Just like, I'm going to make it look like I am, but not actually do it. I'm going to fake the funk.
I mean, I usually buy a T-shirt and I'll support them that way.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be in the car show because I don't want to sit there and wait the whole day, right?
Yep.
But because the kids came over and he had me parked there, I'm like, okay. So I ended up parking. And so I stay for the show. I'm there for the whole time, okay? Now, the guy with the 570, he leaves after about an hour. So I'm sitting there.
So hold on. I got to ask you a question. Now, let me make a statement. For those of you who don't know why this 570 is important, this guy comes up early in our podcast career here.
Yep.
And the whole story at the Teal, was it Teal and Steel?
Yeah.
Car show where Dan brought in his Z06
Yep.
thinking he's going to win, and he should have. That's a legit sports car. Then the guy shows up with the guy shows up with a 570.
Yep.
This is after year 2.
Yeah.
Because he lost to the Challenger. Then he loses to the 570, a stock 570. And now this is that same guy who pulls you into a show and he leaves early.
He leaves early. Yeah.
Tell me he didn't win.
No,
after he left.
He didn't.
Okay.
So he
I'd
leaves.
have to leave the podcast if that happened. We'd be done.
So I'll walk around. Now I stop and I start talking to other people, and there's some really cool cars I'd never seen before. Usually when you go to these type of car shows, you'll find stuff that you've never seen. So I'm sitting there, I walk around and talking to a bunch of people, and I found the truck and I called my dad because I'm like, "Hey, I think this is your old truck." Because when I grew up, when I was a kid in elementary school playing Tball, my dad was a coach. We won championship. I think I used to have the trophy.
Did you peak then? Was that your peak?
That was my peak Tball.
Peak Tball.
That was
That's
peak
fine.
T-ball.
I didn't
Peak
say
T-ball.
I didn't say your life peaked.
It was peak Tball.
That was your peak Tball experience. I got
Yeah,
you.
we got championship.
Nice.
It was a big trophy for a little kid. That was pretty cool. But anyway, my dad as a
That's
coach,
awesome.
we had I think it was a 56 or 57 step-side Chevy.
Ooh.
Blue, beautiful truck. And we'd always ride to the back after a T-ball game. We'd all jump in the back. That's when you were allowed to do that kind of stuff. All the kids sitting on the rail all the way around the truck.
Yeah.
All the parents just let the kid jump in the truck. Like, that was just how it was,
normal.
right? And then we'd go down to the local Dairy Freeze, and I would always get a cherry chocolate milkshake. Best milkshake I've ever had in my life. And this place, Dairy Freeze, had been there it was when my parents went to high school there.
Wow.
And then when I was in Tball, all the way through, gosh, I mean, I was an adult, probably into my 30s, 40s. This place still existed. And you go there, and a cherry chocolate shake is off the menu. So it's one of those hidden items. They would take cherries, maraschino cherries, put them into a blender, blend them all up into little tiny bits, and then put that into your chocolate milkshake.
Ooh.
Man, it was so good. So anyway, I was at the car show, and I see this truck, and I'm like, oh, Dad, I think this is it. And it's the style where, remember the tailgates that would close, and then you had a hook that went through the little islet?
With a chain in the back?
With a chain.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is so cool. So I called my dad, and he's like, yeah, we had a 56 or 57. So anyway, it was a cool car show. One thing I didn't check when I signed up is, do they have a sports car class? Because if they don't, there's no reason for me to be there. Right. Other than I can buy a T-shirt and support them, but I don't need to stay for the car show because I'm not competing with anybody. I assumed that they had a sports car class, so I stayed there.
They didn't.
3 hours I stayed there.
Now I see the disappointment coming.
I met a lot of people, had great conversations. It was a great event. They did not have sports car class.
Oh my gosh.
They only had like 6 classes, which is really small. Normally you've got like
a lot more than
10,
that.
15. They only had like 6. Now they had unbelievable awards. Like, it was great. They used a piston. I always love having a piston, right? That was really cool. But the gifts they gave away, the winners of each of the groups got a floor jack. Floor jack from Harbor Freight, a floor jack.
Okay.
I mean, those are 100, 150 bucks.
Yeah.
That's legit.
That's a great gift.
And then they had all kind of package of griot stuff and all kind of stuff. But anyway, I didn't win. One of the funniest things. Again. Yeah, I know. One of the funniest things, though, the guy I was talking to at the 570, we're sitting there chatting, and there's a G-Wagon, like an old G-Wagon that's kind of parked over beside or away from his 570. And these 2 little kids are at the car show, and they come running. Now, I assume they're there to look at the McLaren, his 570, because they don't see my car. And these kids come running, and right before they get to the 570, they stop. And they're looking at the G-Wagon. Now, this G-Wagon is kind of...
Is it a little rough?
Oh, yeah. It's got a wrap on it that you can see all the peeling and all the interior is not super great.
That hurts.
It's a rough vehicle, okay? You know, it's not the 10 foot away. It's like from the 50 foot away. It looks nice. It's that type of a vehicle.
So it's good from far, but far from good.
Far. But it was hilarious. So we see these kids running, and they go to the G-Wagon, and they never come look at the McLaren. I'm talking to the guy with the 570. I'm like, where does that ever happen that these kids are looking at a G-Wagon, a riding-up G-Wagon in the 570? So anyway, that was pretty funny. Now, one thing that came up that I thought I would have a chat with you about is your favorite YouTubers.
Oh, I knew you were going to bring that up because we were talking the other day, and you're like, "Oh, I can't wait to talk about it on the podcast about your favorite YouTubers."
So
you mean Amelia Hartford? Is that what you mean?
No. I don't think she does this stuff.
Tavarish or
no,
Stradman? No. Hamilton Collection?
No.
Matt Armstrong?
No.
Okay.
No. It's some other one. And so I'm talking to a guy at the car show, okay? And we just start talking about rallies and drives and just cruises and just different events and stuff. And he's like, oh, he went on a rally. This individual went on a rally with your favorite YouTubers.
Okay.
Now, like when we go out and we're on spirited drives, like I'll punch it for a little bit. Nobody around, but I'll punch it. I mean, it's a short burst. It's not like forever, right?
Yeah.
It's just a short burst. But it's still not stupid speeds, like nowhere close. He tells me on this rally that they went on that they were going sustained 180. One guy goes to jail. He gets caught.
One of the main guys?
No, one of the people in the group.
Oh, one of the people in the group.
One of the people, he gets caught. Allegedly, they were in Mexico, okay? But
allegedly.
To go 180
that's insanity.
On public road for sustained distance, like, man, that is, I'm sorry, like, that is just, that's frustrating to hear.
Oh, yeah.
That people, like, there's people that look up to a lot of YouTubers, and then you go out on an event and you guys are going at those stupid speeds. Like, I don't know. I just don't think that sets a good.
I agree with that. And I will say this particular channel, as I've watched them even recently, their language, their verbiage, the things they're using is a lot more callous and crass than it has ever been. And it's actually starting to annoy me. And every time I get annoyed about it, I like thinking, Dan's getting right. I hate it when Dan's right. By the way, I do have a story to tell you about speeding. It has nothing to... Well, it actually has to do with me, and then one with my son.
Oh, okay. So we'll get to talk. So I look forward to hearing this. Is this when you were spending the night in jail? That's a different story.
That's a different story.
Right.
My prison story stays away.
Okay. So two other things I wanted to mention. One is that last pod we were talking about AI.
Yeah.
Interesting enough, like the next day or maybe 2 days later, I stop over to a friend's house. They used to be our next door neighbor 2 houses ago for about 10 years. Amazing family, loved them. We were like the godparents of their kids when their kids were young. Like, they're just such a good family.
Good.
Love those guys. So I stopped in because I hadn't seen them in a while, and Cheryl had seen them at a concert and then at Home Depot. And I'm like, hey, I'm missing my time. So I stopped in because I hadn't seen them. So we're sitting there chatting, and somehow we got onto AI. I have no idea how we get onto it. And so he tells me that he's retired this past Friday, 31 years at Caterpillar.
Wow.
Phenomenal.
That's
great.
Awesome.
And he tells me that they have a mine that is completely run by autonomous vehicles. So we're talking about AI and, Tesla autonomous and Waymos. And he's like, oh, yeah, we have an entire mine. I'm like, oh, yeah, I've seen those ginormous dump trucks.
Yep.
I've seen them autonomous because they just go point A to point B, right?
Right.
It's on not a literal track, but really they're just going back and forth. He said, oh, no. The whole mine is operating autonomous. Even you know what a front loader is?
Yeah, of course.
They have front loaders that are autonomous, doing the scooping, the dumping, the driving, the moving, putting in the dump. All of it is autonomous.
The compute on that is insane.
It is, but I just can't even imagine the mine is operating. Obviously, there's people there just to oversee it, but they're not working. That's insane. When you think about the movements, right? Because you have to go in, and usually it's because I have heavy equipment, and usually, when you go in to scoop, you can kind of feel the pressure, back pressure,
weight,
puts the weight on it. You can see how much it's mounted. All that stuff is visual, but and
it comes with experience.
It comes with experience and how you can feather the bucket.
Yeah.
And the fact that they've got that all figured out electronically so that it can be computer done now.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
It's also really cool.
I would love to go visit it.
I do too. I'd love to see that.
He's retired now, but I'm sure he could get it on site. But that was pretty cool.
That's really neat.
The other thing that I'd done is I got to change out a thermostat. So my son, remember when we talked about the key fob saga?
Yep.
My son drove.
I was there.
You were definitely there.
I was part of that one.
2.5 hours he drove down to bring me the key. He had a hole in his thermostat housing, but because it was so cool and he drove at night, the car did not overheat. And however it did not leak enough liquid to overheat the car, I do not know.
Wow.
He went to an appointment like the next day, after I got back the very next day, and his car overheated. I'm like, oh, pull over. let it cool down. He pulled over into a auto parts store, put some antifreeze in, got the appointment. On the way back, it overheated again. I'm like, oh man, you're losing liquid. So he gets home. Changing out thermostat housing is pretty simple.
Yep, easy.
Not a big deal. Pretty easy to do. So I go get the part, come back, put it up on the lift. I take the underbelly pan off, take a look. Just there's antifreeze everywhere. So I'm thinking it's probably one of the main cooling hoses that goes to the radiator. Look in, I wipe everything down, dry it all down. Nothing. I can't find anything. I'm like, what the heck? Clean, dry everything, and I don't see any. So tell my son, hey, climb up the ladder. It's on the lift. Get in the car, crank it so I can watch it. So he gets in there, he cranks it. I'm under it. I'm like, dude, I don't see anything. So then I climb up on top of the lift. I'm looking in the engine bay, and it took a little bit of time, but then it finally started seeping out of the thermostat housing. So I'm like, okay.
So we need to build up some heat and some pressure.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep. So then I went and got the part, and then I came back. And now, when I was his age, we've talked about before, I like to wash my cars, but I really wasn't. I wasn't into cars, and I definitely didn't do maintenance on my cars. My son's the same way. So I'm telling him, hey, let me show you how to do it. I will help you do this, but if you pay someone, it's probably going to be, several $100s. The part alone was like $88 for the thermostat housing and O-ring. They're going to charge you a diagnosis fee because at that time we didn't know what it was. So diagnosis, the part, then their time. I don't know what that bill rate is for that job, but the way I did it was the most expedient method. I'm sure that GM has you have to remove more parts to get to it to make it.
We will talk about that.
Okay. And so my guess is it probably would have been about a 2.5 hour job. So I don't know. I told my son it's probably a $400 probably job. So I just saved you $300 because we did it ourselves. He appreciated me helping out, but he really didn't care about learning how to do that.
Yeah, I get it.
But we got the housing, we got that fixed, and got all that stuff done. But now there's a leak on the oil pan. So that will be my next gig is to drop the oil pan. And to drop the oil pan, you have to remove the exhaust and downpipe to be able to get to the oil pan.
There's a turbo in this thing?
Yes, because it goes right across it.
Right, of course it does. Yeah.
Right across it. Why?
Dude.
I mean, come on. So anyway, those are all my fun activities.
Oh. So let's go, since we're talking about car repairs, let's talk about mine.
Yeah,
Last episode, we talked about my little adventure with getting my car to the dealership and then away from the dealership, back to it again.
And then you get it back.
I finally dropped it off last Tuesday to get the oil pan gasket. And I started getting pictures from the tech, who's a friend of ours. And he sends me a picture of it up in the lift, and then a picture of the front or the bottom of the motor, or the front of the motor with the timing chain or the timing cover off, and then the bottom of the motor with the oil pan off. Later on, I get pictures of the top of the motor with the valve covers and the intake off.
Did they forget about how to take the oil pan?
No. So I started asking questions.
Of course.
So I sent it to our friend at Cadillac, and his thoughts were, well, no longer at Cadillac, but a friend.
He's somewhere else.
Yeah, somewhere else. His thought was, well, maybe they're just kind of, pumping up the labor to charge GM, right? Which I don't think that's true, because typically the jobs are done by this many hours. This is what we agree we're going to pay you, right?
Yep.
I reached out to my friend, and he's like, no, in order to get the oil pan off, you have to take the timing cover off. Which, I get it.
I don't.
Okay, maybe I know, but so they take the timing cover off, then they get the oil pan out. But in order to get the oil pan out, they have to lift the motor off of the subframe.
What?
The front of the motor has to lift up. So you have to loosen the mounts, and to lift the front of the motor up. In order to do that, you have to take off the valve covers and the intake to get that. When you tilt it up, it also can crush against the firewall. So you have to take all that stuff off.
Oh my gosh.
All that comes off. The bottom of the motor, the front of the motor, the top of the motor.
To drop the oil pan.
To do an oil pan gasket. Now, here's what he said. He said the oil pan gasket and timing cover had two different types of sealant, silicone on it.
Okay.
Sealant on it. And he said one was the old type of sealant, which his thinking was they had it lying around. They're like, well, let's use what we have until we don't need it. And now the new type. He said the new type, the old type, you can take a wire brush and it just comes off. The new, it flakes off, right? Standard silicone gasket material. The new type, it takes forever to scrape it off with a flat blade.
Oh my gosh.
And he said once it's on, it hardly ever comes off. He said, Gene, as long as I've been doing these on this 3.6 liter LF4 twin turbo V6, this is only the third motor I've done an oil pan gasket to, and the first Blackwing. So
wow.
He said once they're on, they don't come off. He said now we put the right stuff on, all of it.
Yeah.
So you'll never have a leak again. Knock on wood. But think about all that has to come off. Now take a guess at what it would cost. Because I asked him, and then I asked the service advisor, what would the cost of that labor be? Now They had the vehicle done. I gave it to them on Monday. I got it back on Friday.
Okay.
And it was finished Friday morning, topped off with oil. They also do a tire alignment as well. Cool. So I had a tire alignment. So I had a little bit when my tires toe in was off.
No.
So that's fine. So they adjusted that. All in a warranty. But take a guess what the job would have cost without warranty.
Okay. Before I say that, I'll go back to my statement about what I have to do to drop the oil pan.
Correct.
That's like nothing now.
Yes. Now making you feel bad about whining about it.
I don't even want to complain now.
Yeah, you shouldn't. Well, you can complain because you're doing the work I didn't.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so the cost, man, that's, golly, to tilt the motor, take all of that off. I mean, my guess is that's probably, gosh, I want to go high, but that's just, it can't be that high. So I'm going to say 5,500.
You think it can't be that high? Is that what you're saying?
I want to tell myself. So I have another number, but I'm like, it can't be that high. So that's why I went with 5,500.
So let me show you pictures on my iPad.
Oh yeah. Yep, that's it.
So let's show them a picture of the top of the motor with everything off.
It's apart.
Cams out there.
Yep.
Up in the air. There's the bottom of it.
Yep, it's apart.
I know I have 3 of them. It is completely apart.
Okay, so my first number was going to be 10, but I can't imagine it's that high. So that's why I said 5,500.
Good guess. $6,000.
Okay.
Really good guess. $6,000. So I reached out to another buddy of ours, Hunter. He used to be the service manager at Cadillac of Bellevue. Now he has his own shop. And I told him what was going on, and I asked him to validate what I'd heard. He said, yeah, you'd take all that stuff off in that order, which is stupid. And I asked him, what would you charge on your shop? And he said $4,000. So it is not an inexpensive job.
No, that is crazy.
That's insane.
I mean, the good thing is that now the gasket is no longer a physical gasket, right? It's that RVT type of sealant that they put on there. So
it's like, he said it's like panel bond.
Yeah,
he said it is almost like panel bond.
Yeah. So once it goes on, you never should, like, if you think about in the day when you used to have like
cork
an actual gasket, right? Those go bad, deteriorate. If you had to do that anytime that thing would leak, oh my gosh.
Brutal.
Dude, that's tough.
So that's that story. Now I got 2 more quick ones. So on the way to go, we're going to go backwards in time to the day I dropped off the car. It was last Monday. I was driving to the dealership, and I'm on the interstate, and it's in a 60 mile an hour. I'm doing like 71.
Okay.
So I'm not speeding that bad, and I see a cruiser in front of me. I'm on the left lane. I see him in it. You know how when there's an on-ramp and then there's an area there they can just sit?
Yep.
All right. He was just sitting there.
Okay.
And I saw him. I let up throttle. Got to like 68, cruise through it. I was going along with traffic, so I wasn't actually worried about it. He pulls in, there's a car behind me. He pulls in behind that car. I eventually pull over to the right-hand lane, and I'm doing 65. Car passes me. He pulls up next to me And now you notice he stays level with me for a second. And it's almost, I saw it. I looked over, but I couldn't see because of the tent.
Yeah.
I couldn't see. And it was almost like somebody going, do I know the guy? I don't know another. Do I know the guy? I don't know. Maybe I don't. That's what my brain told me. But I wasn't too worried until he let up off the throttle and slowed back down and then got behind me. And I thought, oh no. I looked down at my speed limit. I'm like, come on, man. Did he catch me doing 71 back there?
Back in the back, yeah.
So, and then of course what happens? Lights flip on. So he pulls me over and my first thought was V mode, gun it, go. What I actually did very quickly was check my blinker or check my mirror.
That's like reality.
Reality, and then what I wanted to do, and then reality was I pulled over to the side of the road in a very safe manner, and I kept my hands on the steering wheel. And as he now, you know when a police officer gets out, they've got that serious stern look, like I got to go do a stern thing.
Now, is this state trooper or city cop? What was this?
What's the white SUVs? I don't even know.
I don't know.
I don't even know.
Okay.
But so he gets out, but he got out, and his movement was not of one of those serious ones. He didn't even have his hat on. He just kind of got out and kind of had a hop, skip, and a jump to a step.
So the police officer was skipping up to you.
Not really skipping, but he had this, I don't know how to describe it. It wasn't the same serious tone. It was a more hey, I was going to walk around to the car. He walked around the back of the car, and when he did, I rolled down my window, the passenger side.
Oh, he came to your passenger side.
Yeah, because he got out of, he didn't want to come up to me next to, I'm on the right side of the road.
Oh, because everybody's flying by
on 18. So as he walks around, I roll down the window and I look and I'm like, oh, that's Oscar. That's my buddy Oscar. I trained jiu-jitsu with him. He walked up and said, hey man, how you doing? He goes, just so you know, I'm not, no, you're not trouble anything. I'm like, oh, you didn't catch me like drag racing back there? He's like, no, but you're on video. I'm like, I didn't do anything. I hadn't seen him in a while because he trains in the mornings, I train at night, but we've grappled quite a bit together. But it was really cool to see. He was like, I last time I saw you, or at least the last time I saw your car, you had the ATSV.
Oh,
so it's been a while since I've seen my cars. And
how did he know?
I think because he's seen me on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
So there's not a lot of electric blue Blackwings in the area. So we chatted for a couple minutes. He said, all right, man, get out of here, go to your thing. I'm like, all right, no ticket? He's like, no, you're good. It was cool just to, he's like, I just want to check out the car and say hi. I'm like, that would have been hilarious if he had written you a ticket. Like, I know.
If he had a ticket and then he handed it to you in the window and then you saw who it was.
Yeah. I almost said, is this for all the times I armbarred you and choked you out? But I decided not to because I was on...
probably wise.
All right, final quick story. So my son is in college in Florida, as you know. One day, I was tracking him, stalking him, right? And because he said he's out traveling. He said, hey, guess where I'm at? So I checked up on him, and he was in, at that time, South Carolina.
No.
The story is he went out there with two of his friends. So a guy named Ian and Darren, who was the actual college roommate. And they went from Tampa to South Carolina to Tennessee to Georgia. They just went driving around, camping everywhere, and cold and freezing because they didn't bring enough stuff in Tennessee.
That sounds
because
like
they're stupid. But at one point, they were supposed to meet. They were supposed to go do an event or do something with Ian's mom. Now, it's Ian's car. We've always told our kids, if your friends are driving unsafe, you don't ride with your friends.
Yep.
Well, he didn't have a choice. His friend decided we've got 3.5 hours. We got 4 hours to get to a certain place, and we have 3.5 hours before we're supposed to be there. So there's about a 30-minute gap he decided to make up. And so they got on the interstate. Dude starts doing 111 miles an hour.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Gets pulled over within 5 minutes. Cop walks over to him, just says, get out of the car. Mindy gets him out of the car, cuffs him right there, puts him in the back of the vehicle, walks up to my son and goes, your buddy's going to jail.
Yeah.
Turns and walks away. Now, Timothy doesn't have insurance anymore because his cars are under garage.
Yeah, it's on garage status.
It's garage status. So he has no insurance. So he has to drive the car. With no insurance.
Oh my gosh.
Luckily, nothing happened. So he had to drive the car. So now they're calling his mother. They're calling him, and they're trying to figure out what to do. His friend calls him. You get your one call. His friend calls Timothy and says, "Hey, can you bail me out of jail? They need $2,000." And Timmy has the money. He's like, "No." Even as a friend, Timmy's like, "No. You did this to you. I'm not bailing you out." I'm like, "That's my boy. That's my boy." Now, different story when you get adults, but whatever. But he said, "No, you're not going to be able to pay me back. You don't have a job. You're broke as a joke. You get the money. You're not paying me back." No.
That was what I was wondering is did he think that the guy would not be able to reimburse him?
He knew he wasn't getting his money back. So now finally they get a hold of his mom. His mom is 3.5 hours away, so she has to call a bail bondsman on a Sunday, and the bail bondsman charged them $2,800 on a $2,000.
Oh my gosh!
So then Ian didn't drive the rest of the way. Timothy had to drive all the way back from Georgia at that point to Florida. Completely missed the event. And he tells us this story last week. This is like 4 months ago when this thing happened. He did not tell us. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he did not say it before. He didn't tell us. We had talked to him after that. How was the trip? Oh, it was good. It was really good.
Oh, my
God. Was it uneventful? Yeah, fairly uneventful. Like, So now the kid has to go back in November. He has to go back in November to try or to the court.
Yep.
If you type in his name on Facebook, or I'm sorry, on the internet, his mugshot shows up.
Oh,
this kid's 19 years old, and his mugshot shows up. I said, "Timmy, what does that teach you? Don't be speeding."
That's crazy.
His life is not ruined, but it's going to be infinitely harder because now he's got this mugshot that shows up infinitely. That's crazy.
Oh my!
I'm changing my name.
I can't imagine going that fast on the interstate. Like I've never ever in my life done something like that.
That's crazy.
Wow, man! I wouldn't have felt comfortable with some like at that age. Like I'm comfortable at speed now because we do all the track stuff.
Yeah,
but as a kid. Sitting in a car with my buddy going that fast, I wouldn't have felt comfortable at all.
I feel comfortable with you driving that. I'm sure you'd feel comfortable with me because we're used to those kinds of speeds. But yeah, not another 19-year-old.
Oh my gosh,
crazy! Yeah, so that's. I said, "Tim, you want a faster car now? Let's see what a faster car gets you." He's like, "I can be slow in a faster car." I'm like, "You're not going to drive a
That's
fast
not the
car
answer
slow.
I wanted to hear."
Stupid response, moron.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's crazy.
That is nuts.
Wow.
And so he's going to have at least a felony, if not two.
Now,
a good lawyer will plea it down. A good lawyer will plea it down. He's 19 years old. A good lawyer will plea it down. His parents are pretty well off, so I'm sure they will find a good lawyer. He'll help him take care of it. But mugshot,
dude, that's crazy. My gosh, that is crazy.
Yeah, he tells us. I said, "I'm glad you didn't tell us the story while you're in college living with him." And then I thought about it for a second. Wait a minute, you're moving back in with him in the fall. He's like, "Yeah, but he's become a tool and nobody likes him anymore, so we probably won't talk very much." I'm like, good.
Oh my gosh, that's
the scary part about college stuff right now, and cars and kids and stuff. So, but yeah, 111. I said, "Did you tell him to stop?" He's like, "Yeah, of course I did," but he didn't. No, he didn't. I'm like, okay, never let him drive you again, because if you're not going to respect you and respect your desire for safety, you don't want to be with that guy.
I mean, was he the only other passenger?
No, his buddy Darren, roommate Darren, was in the back seat.
So could Darren driven?
Nope, Darren is from Jamaica, doesn't have a license in the U.S., so it can only be Timmy.
Oh my gosh! So that was how long a drive was that?
From North Georgia to downtown Tampa.
Okay,
a minute, probably 7-8 hours. I bet. Yeah, it's a minute.
Did they do the tail while they were up in that area?
No. Well, you know what? I didn't ask. I did not. No, I don't think they did because they were in South Carolina. They didn't go to North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
South Carolina. So
I just know, Georgia, you go up to North Carolina, that Tennessee, that whole area. Wow. Well, I'm glad that nothing. I mean, I hate it for the kid, but it's actually a good lesson to learn as young. Yeah, hopefully
he takes it as a good lesson.
He takes it as a lesson and doesn't.
Either if we're going to be late for something, then we're going to be late for something.
Yeah.
Or we plan on leaving something early so we get there early and are on time. I mean, that's a time management problem.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what the speed limit was, but I'm going to guess it's probably 70.
Yep.
To go 41 miles an hour over that speed limit.
Didn't even question him. Just picked him, got him up, got him out of the car, snapped the cuffs on him, took him right to the SUV.
That's interesting because maybe because he was a kid. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he was acting recklessly when he was doing it because, I've seen YouTube videos where people get pulled over for high speed. Mm-hmm. But they'll come up, hey, what are you doing? And, the officer will talk to them. They still might get arrested and impound the vehicle, but they at least talk to them.
Yeah.
In this case...
Yeah, Timmy said, no, Dad, there was hardly any conversations. He just said, get out of the car. He got out of the car, turned him around, snapped the cuffs on him, walked into the thing.
Did that freak him out? Like seeing someone
Timmy was freaked. Yeah. Now, Timmy was freaked out.
Oh, my...
Uh-huh.
I've never seen anybody cuffed. I've never been, hanging out with a crowd of people that would have got arrested or do something. Although I did tell, did I tell that story about my girlfriend ex-girlfriend?
It was you put the X in there, please.
The ex-girlfriend that got arrested and I went and visited her in the jail.
No.
Did I not tell you that?
I don't think you did.
Dude, okay. I got to tell you, since we're talking about going to jail.
Let's do it.
Okay, this is in high school. Okay. This one girl, I had a lot of girlfriends in high school, but this one particular girl, I really like this one girl. And at the time I was working, this is when I was in college. So I graduated high school. I'm now in college, but I'm still dating this girl who I dated in high school. I worked for 5 years at Walmart.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. My senior year of high school, all the way through college, I worked. And it was great. It was a great experience. One of the guys that was working there became, you get to know the people that are working, right? And especially in the field that I was doing it, new guy came in, we get to be friends. Turns out he's also dating my girlfriend. So, yeah, well, it's one of those things. So I don't know how we get onto it. It's been a long time ago since that happened, but I remember we're at work and we're talking and he's telling me about his girlfriend and I'm like, golly, that sounds like my girlfriend. And so then, you're usually not telling the person's name. You're just talking about her and what she looks like, what she does, that kind of stuff, right? So then he says her name. I'm like, oh yeah, that's my girlfriend. And he's like, that's my girlfriend too. Okay. So we're like,
yeah, hold on, stop. You walked right over that far too fast for me.
What?
You way too fast. So hold on. You're over there. You're stocking the latest lingerie or whatever it is you're doing. Whatever work you're doing. I'm not judging you, bro. And you're just talking about, oh, you're dating my girlfriend. That's so cool. You're dating my girlfriend. Oh, that's so cool. High five. Yay. No. I want to know how awkward. Talk about how awkward that was, or was it awkward?
I think I was, for him, he had just started dating her. So for him, it was like no big deal. Like,
okay.
But for me...
So he wasn't invested like you
He was invested. I was invested, right?
Yeah, clearly.
I had invested a lot of time. And so for me, it was devastating. Like, I cannot believe this. And this guy was like, okay, I'm going to end it. Like, I don't want to...
You can have her. She's yours, baby. She's yours. Pass me the other lady's lingerie, please. But she's yours. Yeah, you can take her. No, I'm good.
So... obviously, I'm going to break it off.
Clearly.
And he doesn't want to be with someone that's two-timing, right?
Yeah.
So he was driving I'll never forget, really cool car. And it was a blue, oh man, what was that?
I'll never forget. I can't remember what it was, though.
I can see the car, but I can't remember
what it is.
I can't remember the model.
But I'll never forget it.
I could see the car to the
You said it. I had to step in there with you. Oh, that's so good.
I can still see the car. I want to say it's a Trans Am.
Okay. But you never forget it. can see us. Both of our heads are red.
Oh, that was so funny, man. Oh my gosh. Okay. So this blue Trans Am, I'm now that I'm talking, is a Trans Am. He had a gorgeous.
I wouldn't know any better anyway, so just go with it, man. Act as if.
Oh, maybe it was a Kia. No, it was a Trans Am. But he had, you know how people will tint their windows, like either all the way or like halfway down.
Right? Yeah.
I can't stand that. But he had his stuff halfway down the windshield was dark, like really dark tint. Now she was going to meet. We're both working. We'll say this is a Saturday night. I don't know. It was a weekend. We're both working the same shift. Okay. So I call her up. Hey, what's going on? And she's like, oh, I'm working late tonight, so we can't go out. Okay. Well, it turns out that she's meeting him because I'm working. He's getting off on the early shift. I'm working later. She's going to meet him. Okay. So that's why she's not available she's supposedly working, but she's going out with him.
Okay.
We're like, how are we going to do this? He's like, you know what? Once you get in my car, and then when she goes to get in the car, then she'll see that you're there.
Oh, that's
I'm like,
beautiful.
oh, okay, that's pretty good. So,
I love that.
I go get in the car. I'm in the passenger seat. Okay.
She got in the back seat. She got in the back seat. So when she got in, dude, back seat. Why'd you not do that? Let her get in the car and be like, hey, girl, how you doing? Where are we going? And they make him go around the block so she can't get out of the car. So it's like hyper awkward the entire block ride. Come on, man. Am I just evil that way? Like that's where my mind went first.
That would have been great to like scoot down so you can't be seen. That would have been funny.
Just tap her on the shoulder. Hey, girl. After the car.
I thought you were working.
I thought you were working.
Oh, this is what you're working.
I see what you're working on.
So I'm in the passenger seat.
Oh, man.
He gets out. So he's parked there. She pulls in. He gets out of the driver's seat, and he goes out and starts talking to her. And, you know, he starts saying some stuff, and he's like, oh, I got you something in the front seat. Or I got something in the car. And she's like, oh, what is it? And he's like, oh, it's in the passenger seat. You can actually look down through you can see it. And she's like, what are you talking about? He's like, oh, you can see it. It's, look in the windshield. I can see her looking down, trying to look under the tent. And she sees something. She can't tell it's really me. And then I duck my head down so she can see in her face.
Oh my gosh.
She jumps in her car and leaves. Okay.
That's outstanding.
So we break up. Okay. So that was a precursor to.
Clearly.
I haven't got to the great part yet.
Oh, that's not even the rest of it?
That's not even the rest of it. That's just the precursor.
As Paul Harvey says, and now the rest of the story.
Okay. So we all break up. Okay. All three of us.
Okay, that just sounded really weird.
I know.
This throuple thing,
we all break up, okay?
Yeah.
Now, again, I'm in college at this point. We all break up. We kind of lose contact for, I don't know, a month. Like, I have nothing to do with her. She tries to call me. Like, I don't, like, when you do something like that, to me, it's all principle. Like, I don't, you're done. Like, move on. So we kind of lose contact for like a month. And I can't believe I haven't told you the story. Oh my gosh,
dude, that's spectacular.
No, the next one is the great one though. Okay, we're broken up. I get a letter mailed to me.
Okay,
mailed to me, and it's from her. Like this is weird. Okay, so I open this letter, and she starts out. I don't remember all the wording, but basically. Oh, I screwed up. I messed up, blah, blah, blah. I've been thinking about you. You're so important. Just all that kind of stuff. At the bottom, oh, by the way, can you come bail me out of jail? So I'm like, all this, it's all front loaded, right, to kind of butter you up.
Of course.
Then the kicker comes in, hey, can you come bail me out? And I'm like, what the heck? So I'm calling all my friends, what's going on with so-and-so? She got in a huge fight with her parents, gets in the car and leaves, and the parents tell her, you can't take the car. She takes the car anyway and goes across state line, goes to the next state over.
Oh, boy.
Parents call the police, say the car's stolen.
Stolen, yep.
So she gets arrested, brought back. She gets arrested in Georgia.
Oh.
I'm in college in Alabama.
Oh.
Bring her back. She's in jail. Now, she had been in jail for a bit of time because her parents won't bail her out.
Yeah, of course. Well, now they called and turned her in. Of course not bailing her out.
So she had been there for about a week, okay? And then I get the letter. So I go visit.
Really?
Dude, I had never been, like, I've never met anybody in jail. Like, it was kind of one of those, like...
Okay, but what made you want to go visit her, though?
Because...
Not for closure.
It was kind of one of those weird things of, like, I don't know. I'm sure I had a reason back then. It's been so long I've kind of lost, but I want to go see this person in jail. I go there, and I tell you what, when I said, hey, did Timmy get freaked out with the cuffs? Seeing someone in a jail cell, and I'm talking to them through the bars, dude, that was like freaky. I remember saying, I never ever want to do something in life where I'm in that position, because it was like unsettling. Like, it was freaky. She hands me a bucket of letters that she had been writing.
To who?
To me.
Oh, all of them were for you.
All of them for me.
Oh, but none for your boy though. Man, I feel bad for him, man. That's disrespectful for him.
Maybe the first week before she got to me, she was trying him.
Oh, okay. So you're second choice.
Oh, man.
Maybe.
Okay, so she gives me all these letters, and I read them later, and it's the same gushy, like I'm screwed up. Blah, 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 right? So as I'm sitting there talking to her, because I read the letters later, but I'm talking to her, she's like, can you bail me out? I'm like, I don't know what the money was. I have no idea how much it was, but it was like some serious money.
Meaningful.
Like, it was in the thousands. It wasn't like one or two.
Wow.
It was thousands of dollars. Okay.
Back in 1782, really?
Hey. You run up with a parent's car, man. That's that's a big thing.
Take away the horse and buggy,
wagon,
man.
Horse, she probably shot the horse.
Oh, that's probably true.
So she's like, if can you get your parents? She's asking me to give her money. I'm like, I don't have that kind of money. She's like, can you get your parents to come and co-sign with you and put their house up as collateral?
She had some stones to ask that question.
She had some huge.
Wow.
So now we haven't talked about my growing up, but there's no way in this world that my dad would ever have done anything like that.
Either.
Even if I was,
my parents would have left me in jail if I had done that.
my dad for sure.
Oh, no doubt.
I'm just thinking, if we were married, I don't know if he would have done it, even if we're married.
Yeah.
Because he would have definitely left me in the jail.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm like, no, my parents aren't. And then she's like, oh, we can get married, and, you can go to college and I'll stay and keep the place cleaned up, and I'll get a job again. Like, all this stuff. Okay. I left that day. I said, no. She gives me all these letters. I never talked to her again. Never talked to her again, ever.
Did you ever find out what happened to her?
Nope. Never. I didn't want to. Dude, like, I was already done. I don't know why I wanted to go. I don't know why I wanted. Some
level of closure kind of thing? Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. But I never did find out what happened to her. Never followed up. Never checked. But I'm like, I don't want to be with someone like that. Nor do I want to be around people like that. Super freaky.
Highly manipulative.
Oh, yes. Super.
Highly manipulative.
But, man, that was...
Wow.
I totally forgot about that jail story, but...
Wow.
I know.
Okay. That's awesome. That's so freaking awesome.
Oh, man. Wow,
man.
That catch up went different path than I had intended.
It did not, that's not where we expected to go. Nope. That's great that it went there, though. That's great. The odds of you and your boy dating the same girl, just coming across on conversation,
I know,
is
right?
just too funny.
And for her to.
And now, I'm sorry. What if he would have been like, yeah, her ex-boyfriend.
But can you imagine, though, that the stones for her to date two people that worked at the same location?
And she knew you guys worked at the same place.
Yeah, the chances of us just running into each other and talk, well, I don't know. Maybe she was just said, oh, they'll never talk. I don't know. But that's pretty
it's
ambitious to think that you can run two players like that.
Yeah, that's wow.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess that's it.
That's it.
I guess till next time.
Yeah, till next time.
Cheers.
Cheers.